If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to Downfall Network for more cool content. What's up, everyone? Thralls here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
I'm Jammin Jon.
Rin! That is definitely Rin. And we have an album review for you, or rather an EP review. So we're going to go over the newest release from Scour. Their new EP, simply called Black. This comes out also on the 27th of November. A lot of albums have come out on the 27th of November.
Yes.
This is their debut on Nuclear Blast, or at least it's a shared release between Scour and Nuclear Blast. Like, Nuclear Blast might be doing the distributing. This band formed in 2015, and I would say this is pretty much a supergroup. Their third EP, and of course it features none other than Phil Anselmo puking his guts up into a microphone, spraying blood, and all sorts of wonderfulness. It's a hell of a vocal performance once again.
Lord.
Mark Kleppel and Adam Jarvis from Misery Index, and once again, Adam Jarvis also drums in Pig Destroyer, but he's also joined by his cousin, who plays bass in Pig Destroyer and Agoraphobic Nosebleed, John Jarvis. There's another guitarist there, I can't remember his name, I believe his last name is Engelman, and he also plays in Cast the Stone, which also features Mark Kleppel from Misery Index. It is a big, incestuous web of metal here. But this is their third EP, and they pretty much picked up right where they left off from the Red and Gray.
Red and Gray.
Yeah.
Yep, black.
And yeah, this is monstrous. Right away, opening track, Doom.
Jesus. Tornado?
It's
Bomb siren?
air raid, and
Air
pretty
raid.
much, I'm glad they gave us time to take cover because you kind of need to.
Yeah,
because
you do. You do. Wow.
it just rips into scathing black metal, black and death metal.
Black blast beats.
Black and death grind. It's all heavy. And it features some very interesting guests. None other than Jason Momoa, for all 0.1% of our female fan base who probably know who that is.
He's dreamy.
He probably did this shirtless too. There you go.
He doesn't wear shirts. I've never seen him in one.
No, his muscles just
Actually, I don't think I
rip
have
through, guess.
either, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a shirt.
He
wears
was in
Slayer
the
shirts.
he was in the Ozzy. He was dressed up like Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he had
Yep,
an Ozzy
yep.
like shirt.
And he's doing vocals with Phil Anselmo, and I think they're kind of alternating between highs and lows. We'd actually seen Scour live, and Phil had done both, high
Yes.
and low,
Yep.
and he
and did it quite well.
there was probably blood sprayed in the front row.
It's
But
not sanitary.
it's kind of hard to peg which vocals Jason Momoa is doing, but there's definitely two vocalists.
I'd let Jason Momoa peg me.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I'd let Phil Anselmo peg me, let's be honest.
I mean, yeah. Would you let Eric Rutan peg you? Because he's also on here too.
I don't know him that well, but what the f***?
The song is absolutely filthy, much like everything else on this album. Pretty much, it's like a blend of Marduk and Suffocation playing at the same time, and it just beats the ever-living shit out of you.
Yeah,
I feel pummeled.
If it was longer than 15 minutes, I don't know if we could handle it.
16 minutes, so it is longer than 15
Oh, God, I
minutes.
can't handle it. I turned it off. I turned it off early.
Phil wouldn't have a throat left after
No.
more than 15 minutes. He's already missing many parts of it now.
I mean, honestly, the first two EPs, he was doing permanent damage for sure. This one, he's just like pretty much cementing he's not going to be talking in his 60s.
If he keeps it up, he's not going to be able to talk in 10 years. It's just impossible.
It'll be so low that no one, it'd be like, like the brown note. That would be his voice.
His low death growls are taking place at the bottom of the throat, and I don't think he's doing it in a healthy way because it feels like he's just projecting way harder than he has to. Because, hey, you have a microphone, you don't have to go so loud, but it sounds like he is. And his high fry screams are not like he did in Pantera. They're not like he did in even the Illegals.
Yeah.
It's right at the top of the larynx.
Yeah,
And
it's-
it doesn't sound safe.
It's
to
dry.
preserve.
It doesn't sound safe.
Well, it's dry except for the blood.
Yeah, that's the only thing lubricating is blood, and maybe if he popped a pustule.
But I mean, everyone on this album is just
Hurting
going-
themselves.
Adam Jarvis. This might be the most exhausting 16 minutes of drum work I've ever heard him do, and I
Yeah,
own every Misery Index album.
Yeah, so do I. He's cooking on this.
It's
Cooking.
it just a straight up blast beat, like, reminds me a lot again of Marduk, like, in terms of fast, aggressive black metal. That's the band, at least in my opinion. But even throughout this mostly black metal EP, we get a real healthy dose of death metal.
Yes.
The song
Old school.
Flames. My God. I mean, it starts off with, you know, very much that atmospheric sort of like tremolo you'd hear in black metal, but it gets down to the chugs and aggression.
Yeah,
It
dude, the
sounds-
riff during the second verse is. Ugh.
Satan is coming, and he's probably pissed.
I mean, he always looks pretty moody. It pretty much reminded me of Blackened Dying Fetus. Like, this has, like, almost brutal death sort of breakdowns and chugs to it. Monstrously different. Like, this whole album definitely has, like, a really cool, like, dark, sinister atmosphere, but this one was just brutality.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot more going on in this record. For a 15-minute long
Right,
album, there's
yeah.
a lot of dynamic,
Right, yeah.
a lot of elements to this. Like the song Microbes, which isn't even really a song per se, it's more sci-fi aliens.
Interlude.
That are playing a piano and reciting Bible verses in a rattlesnake pit.
It sounds like a Mario Bava soundtrack.
Yeah.
Or Mask of Satan or the like.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, it is appropriately gothic and creepy. And
Piano, strings.
gave Adam time to catch his breath before he went right into the last song.
Yeah, the last
Subprime.
song, Subprime. The drums are faster, I think, than the speed of sound.
Yeah,
I don't
gravity
think the
blasts.
microphone was picking up that blast beat all the way.
Gravity blasts.
Woo!
Just hammering away at it.
Hell cracks open, demons be angry.
And the one thing I really liked in this is when it came down to like lead melodies, they're all about the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And this is really different considering like, you know, the guys in guitars, what I've heard them do is predominantly all like death metal related, like very chuggy, like squealy dive bombs leads. This is all about like kind of creating that creepy setting.
Sinister melody.
Oh.
Not so much noodling or scales or whatnot.
But it's interesting like how it kind of shifts around with whatever vocal fit that Phil is having at the moment, whether he's doing his disturbingly high screams that definitely are destroying him.
Or his bleedy throat polyp thing.
We love you, Phil. We want more records out of you.
Yeah.
Take it back, man.
Right? Or do it, you know,
A little safer.
exercise, yeah.
I think every time he coughs, like a little bit of Dinty Moore beef stew comes out.
That is no beef
Ketchup.
stew.
It's Phil meat.
Phil meat.
Oh my god.
Larynx chunks.
Phil kibble. Chum. He is chumming the waters of metal.
Filchum.
Soup of Anselmo.
Condensed.
It
Because
is
it's an
condensed.
EP.
Exactly. You're not watering that shit down. Chew it.
But I mean, overall, this is. I mean, I'm not super shocked at how heavy it is because I had the first two EPs, and I was shocked then because if no one had told me that Phil Anselmo was fronting this band, I would have never guessed.
It
that.
doesn't sound like it.
doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's a very quality death metal, black metal vocal performance, but it does not sound like Phil Anselmo.
Well, and then when we saw him at MDF last year, I couldn't believe how good it sounded.
He put it all out there, and I mean, it's not done safely, but I mean, Phil just wants.
I mean, it's only
to
10
do
minutes.
this.
I mean, if you're gonna do something that safe, you know, don't.
Hopefully,
do
he
it for
did these all
long.
in one take. Like, all right, now I can rest forever.
or over a couple of days. And he's sober now, so he's not numbing the pain of a shredded larynx with drink, needle, or other.
I'm pretty sure he's still smoking.
Oh, he's smoking pot.
Oh, he's
That's
smoking.
sober.
Ooh.
That's sober.
I watched the
Ish.
Down video.
Yeah, that's
I watched
sober.
the Down show. He was stoned.
That's the thing. And this year, Phil has done a down live stream, which he sang Southern style, sludgy stuff amazingly.
Yeah,
He
I
did
was
an
really
N minor
surprised.
record and live stream, which he crooned like Nick Cave amazingly and brilliantly. And then this, where he's shredding up chunks of throat brilliantly. He's 52.
And this
What the?
is one of the
Rin's
most
not a fan at
extreme
all.
things he's ever done. I mean, outside of the other two Scour EPs. It's insane that his swath is kind of wide here lately. Like, let's just try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And this is easily the most extreme thing he's ever done outside of the other two Scour EPs, because those are also very extreme.
And Viking Crown, which is almost unlistenable, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So overall, I'm going to give this 4 stars. This is a scathing, almost 16 minutes. it really does not let up at any point. I mean, I liked the interlude. It was a nice little break to the next track. Maybe a little long for an EP, but that's about the only thing I'm knocking on. Like, this is just blazing fast and insanely heavy. And Fan Phil, I hope you're all right after this one.
Jeez. Get a Ricola.
Yeah, like a whole bag or just
Ricola.
stock in the company.
You need some hot Earl Grey or something. Ooh.
That actually
Nice
sounds
chamomile.
decent.
Nice little chamomile tea.
I'm gonna give it 4 as well. I've dug it. I've dug this band though since I found out about them. Since I figured out that Adam Jarvis and Phil Anselmo were in a band together, I thought, well, this can't be bad. And this album is definitely no slouch. I won't even knock it on being 16 minutes long for an EP. That's
Quality, not quantity.
Yes.
That's a decent length for an EP. Yeah, dude. Great songs. I don't have any complaints. But then again, I dig this band, so.
I'm gonna give this 3.5. Yeah, I know.
What?
Get out. Get out.
Only because I love Phil Anselmo. I have since I was 13 years old. Call me Phil. No, don't. That's weird. That's weird.
Are you getting the letters, though?
That's weird. Are you getting the letters? It's me, it's Stan. I named my daughter Annie Selmo. I love Phil Anselmo. However, this is not my most favorite project of his. And I'm not the biggest black metal fan. However, I do like this. Not just because of Phil, because as they said, that you wouldn't know that this was Phil necessarily by listening to the vocals. It's well constructed black metal, death metal, but he's hurting himself, and I can hear it. And I don't like it. It hurts me. Don't hurt yourself. It hurts me in your face.
Do it for metal.
Yeah. When he used to jump off the stage when he was in his 20s and f***ed his back up, and that's why he got on Somas and H. He was hurting himself for the craft. You don't have to prove yourself anymore, man. Just chill. Listen to this. Listen to all Scour. Listen to everything Phil's ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good stuff. The king of metal.
So if you enjoyed the review, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do stuff like this all the time. We will catch you later.